Hi everybody, it's Pluto of Pluto's Muse here, back with another timeless pick a card reading, and this one is in honor of the 7/7 portal that is occurring on July the 7th of 2026. Now this is a timeless message, so whenever you see this, it may resonate whether you watch it after the portal, during the portal, a year from now, it does not matter. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Everything may not resonate, and that's completely fine. You have 3 crystals to choose from on the screen. Please choose more than one if you feel drawn to more than one. And if you enjoy this reading, please like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bells, check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. All right, let's get started. Hi, pile 1. You're the pile that chose the emerald crystal. This is going to be your 7/7 portal reading. Before I actually get into your pile, I plan on reading from my A Year of Positive Thinking book along with the crystal book, but I want to give a heads up. So I recently received a comment. If you're watching this pile, hi. I recently received a comment. I saw an exchange between 2 subscribers of mine, which I love. I love all my subscribers, that were saying that they love my readings, but they almost get like a little tired of hearing all the numbers and me reading the signs. Which is completely fine. I feel like it doesn't take that long for me to read the signs or the numbers, or just the signs in general. I think they were just complaining about the signs. However, that's not the first time that I received a comment like that. Now, personally, I'm the type of person that will do whatever I want. So, so it really, normally I wouldn't even care. I just keep doing it how I normally do it. But this time around, because I feel like I am willing to take the criticism, I'm going to try to do the readings, maybe the next few readings from this point on, without naming any signs or numbers. Okay. And personally, the reason why I'm going to do this is because I feel like if it's your message, you're going to know. Now, I may name numbers, and especially in this one book that has the dates, I'll name the dates that come up, but I'm not going to say any signs or numbers, just so you can decipher whether this is your message. I feel like that actually may strengthen your intuitions better than me confirming that the reading is for you. Okay? Because normally that's why I do it. I do the numbers and the signs for confirmation for you. If I double up on a sign, it's double confirmation. And if you hear your sign, then you know it's for you. But a lot of times, because it's so many people watching, all the signs will pop up in a read. It's very rare when it's like, a lot of one sign. So instead of doing the signs, I'm just going to do this. But this is the first time I'm going to bring this up. And from this point on, I'm just going to not read the numbers and the signs, okay, to see how that goes. Because, again, I do actually feel like that may benefit you all. Now, let's get into this excerpt. The book excerpt for pile 1. What is the book excerpt for pile 1, Spirit? Messages for pile 1. For the 7/7 portal for pile 1. Pile 1, you have an excerpt that's on page 92 and 93. Somebody could be born 1992 or 93. And this is from May 1st, May 2nd, and May 3rd, okay? It says, laughter and play. Never let go of the child within. Be playful. Laugh often. Do things that don't make much sense to anyone else. Pick up rocks and seashells for no other reason than curiosity. Pull on your rubber boots and dance in the rain. Love easily. Hold hands with others. And don't ever take yourself so seriously that you forget how to be lighthearted in this big old crazy world. All right, so somebody in this pile, there's a need for you to know. Just enjoy your life. Like, even down to me not trying to, be like, oh, well, I have to say the numbers. Personally, this is a lighter approach that I'm taking. I feel like if some of you guys, maybe you'll receive criticism in the near future, or maybe you'll have a conversation with someone in the near future, and you're just being told to make sure that you look at it from a lighter point of view rather than a heavier point of view, or seeing things from a negative standpoint. I feel like a lot of people in this pile, you may want to lighten up, or there is a need to engage with your inner child a bit more. You also have May 2nd. It says joy. Joy is a divine response to a life well lived, a lighting up from the inside out. It exists in spite of the burdens you carry and the troubles that arise in your life. Your greatest responsibility may be giving yourself the permission to feel joy alongside grief. The depth of your joy can rise above sorrow, but first you must decide that it can. Okay, so somebody in here, heavy on the just choose happiness. Prioritize your joy. choose to engage with your inner child a bit more, see the positives in your life. Also try to lean into doing things that your inner child would want. So watch the show, eat the food, color in the coloring book, whatever it is that makes your inner child happy. And then you also have May 3rd. It says continue. You owe it to yourself to be the highest expression of who you are and to offer that self to every experience life brings you. You have a responsibility to live well. And when you get off track, to gently direct yourself back again. Back again and again. Continue on your path with trust in yourself that you will know the answer, that the answer will be revealed, that you will be okay, that you will thrive. Today, your only job is to continue. So just live, Pawan. Just live, okay? Let's get your message from the crystal book. You chose the crystal emerald. All right, and let's see what comes out for emerald. So on page 50 and 51, it says emerald, a stone of growth and love. Emerald fortifies the spirit and promotes friendship. The color is green. It says emerald is typically bluish green to pure green in color. Good for deepening bonds. Those wishing to strengthen their relationships may find a friend in emerald. One of the excerpts on this page says, be reborn. Emerald gets its name from the Sanskrit word marakata, meaning the green of growing things. It's a fitting description of the stone, which has long been associated with vitality and rebirth. So somebody in here, you could be going through a rebirth. You could be going through some changes. And this stone would benefit you if you are. You also have mystic visions. It says, according to legend, placing an emerald under the tongue would allow a person to see into the future. Additionally, wearing the stone could help decipher if a lover's promise was true or not, and to make the wearer an eloquent speaker. So something here about somebody having the gift of gab or being a really good speaker, public speaker. Another message here about somebody trying to figure out if a lover is being honest with them. Okay, so take that how it resonates if it's relevant to your story. You also have let the love in. It says connected to the heart chakra. Emerald heals emotional blockages to let in love and compassion. It can show you how to be a kinder, gentler person and improve your relationships. All right. So this pile has a lot to do with your relationships. For somebody in this pile, there's somebody around you that you shouldn't trust. Okay. There's somebody in your energy that you should not trust or that has been unkind to you in the past. And I feel like in order for you to lean more into your inner child, feel more fulfillment within your life, get over your fears and to receive the love that you actually want, whether it's platonic love or romantic love, I'm getting the vibe that you need to remove someone. Okay. So when I say you can't trust them, it might not mean that they're like the shadiest person in the world in regards to their intentions for you, but possibly some of y'all, you may have somebody in your energy that is saying things to you or doing things to you to make you feel sad and or to make you feel like you're not worthy of what you want. All right. This could even be a thing too. I don't know if some of you deal with someone that like is clowning you for your money or clowning you about where you live or clowning you about like different things that you own. I'm getting material things. Okay. So somebody in here, you could not care about material things. Others of you, this person could really care about material things. All right. And this is someone that would clown you or make you feel bad if you aren't providing for them and or if you aren't making a certain amount of money. Okay. Maybe not aiming for certain things when it comes to your career. This could be someone that like, I don't know. For some of you, this is your mother. For others of you, this is a mother figure. For others of you, you are a mom or a mother figure. All right. But let's see. What's the overall energy of this reading? I'm going to shuffle on camera. What's the overall energy of this pile? You got the 9 of Wands. What's the overall energy of this pile? Yeah, for some of you, this is someone that you... Why is this coming up? This is someone that you're indecisive about walking away from. For some of you, again, this could be a mother figure. This could also be It could be anybody. I'm getting a feminine vibe. It doesn't have to be a feminine vibe. If it's a masculine, maybe he carries a more feminine vibe. But for a lot of you, this is a mother or a mother figure or someone that you've been really indecisive about leaving behind. For a lot of you, I think you know that this person is kind of shady, or this person is kind of being manipulative somehow. Like, somebody's going to have a realization. Somebody in this pile, you might have a realization that someone is trying to tear you down. For some of you, the reason why this person is trying to tear you down is because, why is this? They may not want you to leave them. For others of you, though, I'm getting like, yeah, especially if you have a child with this person. But for others of you, though, I'm getting something here where it's like, this person may know that you have the potential of doing well in life, and they don't want to see you meet that potential. Another group of you, I'm getting something here where somebody knows that there are other people out there that love you, or you have the potential of finding love in other spaces, but it feels like somebody's trying to tear you down so that you don't achieve what you want or go toward what you want. All right. Again, a lot of you, you may have felt the need to walk away from this person. For some of you, this person has walked away from you, and maybe you kind of feel conflicted when it comes to fighting for them or whatever it is. For somebody in this pile, not all of you, this person has juggled you before, or there's an energy here of this person juggling you. All right. Whether it's like juggling between you and a relationship, whether it's your mother or not, you and a relationship. For some of you, it could be you and some sort of business. For others of you, I'm getting something here where this person is indecisive about, I don't know what this person's problem would be. Because for some of you, it kind of feels like this person is confused about whether to invest in you or invest in other things, or they have been this way in the past. However, either you are planning on walking away, or somebody's walking away, planning on walking away during this portal. What's the energy for the collective in this reading? What's the energy of the collective? Some of y'all are setting boundaries with this person, or you feel the need to. For others of you, I'm getting this person to set a boundary with you. All right, but for somebody in this reading, you could be setting a boundary with this person. Or there's something here about, like I said, this person could have walked away from you in the past. There could have been a time where this person walked away from you. And I feel like there's a part of you that is like around this portal now realizing why this person may have set a boundary, why this person may have been guarded towards you, why this person may have been weird. It's like you're using your intuition. And like I said before, for some of you, this person has some sort of ulterior motive. The ulterior motive is to keep you small. The ulterior motive is to keep you small, to make you feel small, or to keep you in a state of feeling like, I don't know, you can't trust your intuition. They don't want you to trust your intuition. I feel like you are trusting your intuition about this person or about the situation. What's going on outside of the collective in this reading? Yeah, for some of you, what's this about? For some of you, this person knows for a fact that if you were away from them, or if you were to focus on yourself, or if you were to go towards something else, or whatever it is, like if you were to go towards the people that loved you, you would thrive. You would do well. You would receive the support that you want. I feel like it bothers them. For some of you, this is an ex. Who is this? Why is this here? Or a family member. This is someone that knows that, for some of you, this person knows that there is someone that you would much rather be around. Like there's someone that you are waiting on in another area of life. All right. Or like there's someone that you should be connecting with, would connect with if you were in the right headspace. But they may try to set it up so that you second guess yourself. Like I said, All right. And again, this feminine energy does not have to be an actual feminine. For some of you, this could be a masculine that operates in a feminine energy. Take it how it resonates. But for a lot of you, it is a feminine. I feel like this person just knows something about your growth or where you're headed or where you could go. And for some of you that bothers them. Why is this person, what does this person care so much about Pawan's legacy for? They feel like you're going to build a legacy for yourself. For some of you, this person is very manipulative. It's almost to the point where I feel like this person believes that, I don't know, like this is someone that does not want to see you manifest something outside of them. They're sad. For some of you, this person is sad, especially if this is a mother figure. This person is sad that they didn't have the opportunity to build the life that they wanted. Like maybe this is someone that has taken care of you or provided for you in a way that they felt was very self-sacrificial in the past. So there's a part of them that wants to sabotage what you have moving forward because they hate the idea of you building a life without them and or the life that they wanted. Okay? They don't want you to have that. For some of you, this person knows that if you were to build the life that you want, it may not include them. And that bothers them as well. This is why they try to tear you down. Or this is why they try to sway you off your path. Again, I think that they know that you either want to connect with someone from your past or like someone else. Or there's an energy here where this person knows that like, it's almost like they might even know that you want to pursue something from your past. Like there is a skill or a talent that you desire to pursue. This person could be putting that thing down. All right. This person has belittled you. Whether this is a lover, friend, whoever this person is, family member, parent, sibling, I don't know. This person has tried to make you feel small or question yourself since they've known you. I'm getting from the beginning of time. This person has always acted as someone that has made you feel small or who has tried to make you feel small, whoever this person is. I'm getting that. Because there's something that you want to focus on or that you'd like to focus on from the past. Even if this is someone that maybe you've only known for a couple years or something like that. I'm getting from the beginning of the relationship. This person has always tried to make you feel small or not important or discouraged and things like that. Whoever this is. If it's an ex, same thing. If you think back to the relationship, you probably think about all the times where this person said things or did things to make you second guess yourself or feel small. Why is this message relevant? Because for some of you, I feel like there's a part of you that may have been maybe waiting for this person's validation, possibly waiting for this person to see you how you see them. Some of you have been waiting for this person to care. And some of y'all have also been waiting for this person to see you grow and maybe support you. Or there's also an energy here that I'm picking up on around like some of you, again, if there's something or someone that you want to manifest outside of this person, some of y'all have been waiting to manifest this opportunity or this person outside of this dynamic. And I think you're impatient now. You're tired of waiting. Okay. Some of y'all have been waiting. What have y'all been waiting on? Let me see. What have they been waiting on? For some of you, this person could have a drinking issue. Okay, or some sort of addiction. It doesn't have to be just drinking, but I'm getting drinking. Could be anything. What's this here? What have y'all been waiting on? I feel like you've been waiting to just get on good terms with this person. Some of y'all want to get on good terms with this person. Okay, yeah, you've been waiting for things to be better, especially if you have a child with this individual. Some of y'all have been waiting for you and this person to get on the same page when it comes to your child. Some of you have been waiting for this person to get on the same page and just be happy to be around you or to love you or to see you for who you are. Some of y'all have been waiting for this person to, yeah, I'm getting like see you for who you are. I think you just have been waiting to be happy. And there's something about the dynamic that's making you realize, like, I might not be able to be happy here. Even if it's family. Some of y'all could be a family member. This is a family member that knows that if you were to be on your own, you would be happier. But they don't want you to have that. What's the challenge here? The challenge here. For some of you, in order for you to achieve something, or for you to excel in a certain field, or for you to be in the relationship that you want, or whatever it is, there's something here about you getting out of hermit mode or this period of seclusion to actually pursue what you want. Oh my God, that's what a joke. To pursue what you want or go after the person that you want. Like, there's an energy here of you wanting to go towards someone. Yeah. Maybe even apologize to the person that you've been wanting to talk to connect with. And you would have to stay the course. There is someone or something that you want to revisit from the past that this person has hoped to discourage you from. They wanted to mess it up. They wanted to mess it up. They wanted you to not change. They didn't want you to evolve. They didn't want you to take the risk or to do the thing. Literally, some of y'all, it's so clear in the reading that there's something that would make you happy, or someone that would make you happy, or a specific thing that you know you're meant to be going towards. But your anxiety because of this person, or the anxiety that this person, maybe even the anxiety of this person being mad about it, or just, I don't know. Some of y'all, why are you anxious? Somebody in here is anxious about, what is somebody anxious about? Somebody is anxious about just having the confidence to go towards this thing. Okay, for some of you, you could be afraid to go towards this person, this friend, this lover, because you don't know if this person is going to accept your offer. You don't know if this person is going to be open to you. And I also feel like going towards this one person would also entail the ending of something else. You would know that if you go towards this other person or this thing, it would mean the ending of something else. For another group of you, I'm also getting something here about if you were to go towards what you want in your career, it would take some level of courage. It would really take courage. Some of you would have to invest a certain amount of money to pursue this career, or some of you would have to really invest your all in this thing. You may even feel like you have to leave a relationship, this one, or, you know, other things behind to pursue what you want. So what's the advice here? What's the advice here for the people in this reading? For some of you, you can give it some time. If you want to, give it time. And I feel like this situation is going to work out how you want it to. Not saying you need to just fully give it time, like not take control of the situation. But I'm getting something here like, if the timing doesn't feel right now, in the future it may. Something will come up where you feel like the timing is right. Yeah. Like the timing is right. The situation is supportive of a connection. Of you taking a risk on a certain connection. Of you reaching out to someone. Others of you, I'm getting like, if you are meant to be successful, you're going to be successful. This person can't stop crap. This person will not be able to stop that. Doesn't matter how much, as long as you have recognized that somebody is trying to sway you off your path or manipulate you in a way that will keep you kind of stuck in a state of fear, and or just stuck in a space of feeling like you can't grow outside of, you know, whatever this dynamic is, whatever this relationship is. If there's a part of you that like, if there's a part of you that feels like you know what you want and all it is a matter of time before you go after it or before you go get it, you know, it is Mercury retrograde. So some of you guys may not feel the need to just go after the thing immediately. However, I am getting like, if you're willing to take your time and maybe plan things out, wait for the right move, whatever it is, something is going to align either way. All you have to do is take the, like I said, some of y'all, you need to go towards this person, maybe make amends, go towards this person and invest in this thing, go towards this person or go towards this thing and invest in it, you know, build up the business, start the project. I don't know. I'm getting, all you have to do is put the energy into it and not allow this person to scare you out of it. And it'll work out for you. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to give you guys a love oracle too. Okay, let's see. We're going to do a gods, goddesses, and guardians oracle. Messages for pile 1. What's pile 1's message? Please let me know if the message resonated down below. You have Merlin, cosmic knowledge. Somebody in here, you could be an astrologer. Okay, you also have Pele, light your fire. Pele is a goddess slash deity that uses her anger and her passion to transmute. She's meant to help you basically identify what it is that you are fired up about and transmute that energy into something. So again, maybe some of you guys are meant to use the situation as motivation somehow. All right, for your growth. But let's get into this card. It says Merlin. Merlin, cosmic knowledge. Magic is coming. Your answer is written in the stars. Merlin represents the magician, wizard, sage, and wise one archetype, and features in both Arthurian legend and medieval Welsh poetry. His specialty is divine alchemy, the transformation of heavy physical matter energies into high vibrational energies. Merlin uses the spiritual tools of a purple energy cloak and somebody's name could be Rain, or it's raining. It says, and rainbow chakra wand to bring forward universal knowledge. He's a guardian of Avalon, the multi-dimensional realm connected mainly with sacred sites in Glastonbury, England. Drop everything you're wrestling with. Leave the mind struggles. Stop trying to figure it all out. Don't rely solely on 3D logic. You need to look beyond the physical and open your energy to the mystical forces that govern our universe. This is where your answers for healing lies, beyond the veil, in the constellations and transits of the planets deep inside the mysteries of the cosmos. You're now harnessing ancient wisdom from the Avalon mystery schools of Merlin. He taught metaphysical subjects such as alchemy, sacred geometry, astrology, divining, and energy healing. There was a vast cosmic library containing esoteric texts by divine scholars. Let Merlin help you remember your magical powers. Whatever you're seeking right now, your inner magician knows how to find it. Meditate and ask your third eye chakra to reveal what you need to know. You can visualize Merlin's rainbow light streaming from your chakras to heal yourself, a relationship, or a karmic issue. You're a wise soul with knowledge from other worlds. Trust the powers conferred by your purple cloak and crystal wand, given to you many moons ago by the supreme sorcerer Merlin. The alternative meanings of this card says, clear the energy with a person, place, or situation to experience immediate relief and resolution. So some of y'all, again, not saying that, because I said you could wait, and the only reason why I said that you could wait was because a card came out that gave me the vibe of waiting. I still think whatever you want to pursue, if there's a person that you want to pursue, a person that you want to reach out to, something that you want to heal, you should, okay? You can do it when you feel it's best. Some of y'all, you may want to wait after the retrograde. Some of you may just want to wait until you're ready to speak to this person. And it could be within this week. The retrograde that we're having currently ends on July 29th. But again, this is a timeless message. So whenever you see this, you could reach out to this person. However, I am getting that if you know that there's someone that you want to connect with, you should. Okay? You should. But do it when you feel the timing is right. All right. You also have your life purpose involves using and teaching astrology, energy healing, chakra balancing, or magic. All right. That may be significant for somebody in here as well. You could be an astrologer or are meant to be a Reiki practitioner, a magician, some sort, a practitioner in general that may be beneficial to you. You also have study vortex healing, a holistic system of energetic healing from the Merlin lineage. All right. Some of you guys could have ancestors from the Merlin lineage. And then you have visit Glastonbury to reconnect with the sacred sites of Avalon. Some of you guys want to go to England. You could be from the UK or from England, but that is relevant for someone in this pile. The invocation of this card says, I call upon my deep magical powers. The universe is working with me in mysterious, miraculous ways. All right, let's see something else. Let me get you a love message. This love oracle is not going to be the one where I just read the oracle. This actually has like a little excerpt in the book. I'll read this as well. This is your love advice at this time. Best way for Pile 1 to approach love at this time. How should Pile 1 be approaching love? You have get to know each other. All right? Somebody in here, you may need to get to know somebody, get to know someone better if you don't feel like you know them that well. whoever the person is that you want to connect with. For some of y'all, it could be someone that you have a history with, or maybe you feel some sort of like past life tie to, but you may not even know this person like that. Or again, like there's something here about an energy that is invoked in you within a situation. And I feel like, I don't know, for some of you, you don't know this person that well. Maybe somebody made you like judge someone harshly before you actually got to know them fully. And you're being told to like be open to them and get to know them. Even if you were kind of swayed off the path of knowing them. Others of you, I'm picking up on something here where it's like, let's say this is someone from the past that you didn't know that well. Or maybe you did know them, but now you don't know them anymore because they changed. People change all the time. People evolve. I'm getting, it might be time for you to get to know this person again. All right. It says, get to know each other. Learn to meet another's needs for love. The need to feel loved and appreciated can motivate how you act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. Relationships are an influential energy in people's lives. You begin life in a relationship with your parents or caregivers. When you find someone who piques your interest, you may choose to get to know that person better. Expanding or bettering a connection may seem challenging. Everyone has positive and negative aspects to their personality. Work to take the good and the bad in your strides as you get to know someone, as this will help strengthen a relationship. Don't gloss over the negatives or think that you can change someone. Take time to talk and get to know each other and your individual quirks. Yes, I feel like something that you're able to learn, or the wisdom that you were meant to gain from whatever connection you had from the past, and or from a family dynamic. Like some of y'all, this is like the wisdom that you've gained from your relationship with your mom. I'm getting, somebody needs to know that you cannot change people. You cannot change people. And honestly, would you want to change people? Would you not want them to be themselves and for you to kind of learn how to love them as they are, or just separate if it isn't meant to be, or if it's something that you can't compromise on or adjust to? Sometimes getting to know someone for who they are is not a compromise. It's just an adjustment. You know what I mean? Like, people feel like they're sacrificing something because somebody isn't getting on the same page as them. And honestly, if you do feel that way, then yeah, maybe you should consider detaching from that person. But for a lot of you, like, there's so many people that I've met throughout my life that we were on completely different paths. And of course, there were like fundamental things that we had in common, whether it was like our morals, our values, you know, our certain views that we had when it came to like politics and things like that, or just when it came to how we handle friendships and love. But there's always something about connections where it's like there's different things that may need to be tweaked, or things that you can work around. If the things that these people have that are different from you are workable, then I feel like some connections are worth it. Yeah. The ones where you really feel like the bond and the connection that you share with that person is worth adjusting for, you should do that. Same way I was like, you know what? Let me take the criticism, cut out the numbers and the signs. If you guys enjoy that, then I'll keep it up, you know? It'll take off like 7 seconds. 7 seconds of the reading. I also brought up in the comment when I was talking back and forth with my subscribers, I was telling them like, I feel like social media has made people so impatient. You know, it's 30-second videos everywhere. Nobody has time to kind of sit and look at things. And unfortunately, we are on sites where the algorithm is bent to fit the mold of like, if you can get the people to watch for the first 5 minutes, then, you know, you'll get the optimum views on the video or something like that. And a lot of times the reason why I take my time in the videos, besides the fact that I just want to be thorough across the board, is because when I watch readings, I like to really sit and listen to that reading. I'm not always looking for like a quick, you know, somebody tell me the thing very quickly. I actually like to sit and be present while watching the reading. So, I mean, it's not to say that you guys aren't present now, but sometimes listening to numbers or paying attention to what the person is saying helps me kind of like self-regulate. Instead of being anxious, I'm like, okay, let me sit, listen, cool. And by the time the reading gets to going, you know, I'm pretty chill. Tarot to me is very chill and calm and relaxing almost. So, but that's just for me. So for all of you that, you know, if you all kind of felt the same thing, because some of y'all were really liking the comment too. So I'm like, damn, y'all. I'm like, damn, y'all. Okay, well, shit. Like, I'll do it. Okay, whatever. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm like, listen, whatever floats your boat. Like, this is not the worst adjustment in the world. You know what I mean? So somebody in here, that may be something that you need to keep in mind. Whatever the adjustment is, it may not be the worst adjustment in the world. For some of you, whoever it is you want to connect with, again, I don't know if you even really have full-blown issues with this person. It's like the reason why you're having issues with this person is because something from your past or someone from your past outside of this person has conditioned you to view whatever it is that you're doing or how you show up in relationships as an issue. Somebody has just tried to make you feel small. Confidence gets you a lot of places. And when you're confident in yourself and your abilities and who you are as a person, there's not many things you can't achieve. So if somebody's trying to diminish your confidence or make you feel small, it's because they don't want you to even try. And that's very unfortunate. For self-care in this pile, you have aromatherapy. Some of y'all need to be using essential oils. Maybe you have a diffuser of some sort, smelling salts, a new perfume, incense. Some of y'all need to be working with smells. You also have connect with your ancestors. All right. Some of y'all need to connect with your ancestors at this time. For some of you, you need to connect with your ancestors because whoever it is that this parent is or this familial figure or whoever it is, they are, you know, those ancestors could be the root of all of this. Okay. And honestly, they're probably observing it all and they're like, yeah, that needs to change. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes our ancestors actually are not always assisting us in the way that we need them to because they're stuck in their ways, even with their perspective. You know, if they want things to go a certain way, they're like, don't change this, don't change that. Excuse me. So there's a need for you to kind of like use your discernment, but also they're saying connect with your ancestors. Your ancestors may know something that you don't know. You also have journals. Some of y'all will benefit from journaling and then sing. Okay, somebody could be a singer, somebody likes singing, or some of y'all need to make sure you sing songs that like pump you up. Stay positive, stay optimistic. Okay, and then what is your mantra to close out this reading? A mantra to close out Pile 1's reading. Pile 1, your mantra is, mantra for Pile 1 with this portal. You have oneness is my true nature. What else? You have my capacity, almost struggle. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Somebody literally, I said something about the rain. Some of y'all could have lost power recently. God forbid, but I'm picking up on that. The power I need when I'm lost. Bottom of the deck, it says hope is the conduit for miracles. So have hope. Things will change if you believe they can. All right, that's all that I have for my Pile 1s. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Hi, Pile 2. You're the pile that chose Crystal 2, which was the blue tourmaline. All right. Before we actually get into your pile, I brought it up in Pile 1, and I'm going to bring it up here again. Yesterday, I received a comment, which was a little discussion between two of my subscribers, which I love my subscribers, that were commenting on the fact that they love my videos, but they felt like the naming of the numbers and the signs and stuff can get monotonous, okay? And that's not the first time that I heard somebody say that. And clearly, I didn't care in the past. Clearly, I didn't care in the past. Normally, I'm just like, you know, sit through it, whatever it is. And I joked around about it when I was responding to their comment. But I decided today that I will, from this point on, not name any of the numbers or signs in these readings to help you strengthen your intuition. So I might name a couple numbers because I do plan on doing some book divination and reading from another book, the crystal book. Well, actually, I probably will read the crystal off of Google for this one because this is a different crystal than in my book. But I'm not going to name any of the numbers and signs. You're just going to have to trust your intuition on what it is that I tell you. Okay? Because I do feel like that's going to help you strengthen your intuition, and maybe it'll save some time from me naming the numbers and signs. If you enjoy it in this format, then great. And if you don't, I can probably change it back in the future, but I'm just going to do this for now. Okay? Because I do feel like enough of you have said it to where it's like, okay, let me consider it. All right, so let's get into the book divination for this pile. Pile 1 for the 7-7 portal. Pile 1 for the 7-7 portal. Messages for pile, not pile 1. Some of y'all could be drawn to pile 1. Pile 2 for the 7-7 portal. Pile 2 for the 7-7 portal. What does the 7-7 portal have for pile 2? Pile 2. Pile 2, your excerpt landed on page 80 and 81. Somebody could be born in 1980 and 1981. And this is April 24th. I'm not sorry, not 24th. Somebody in here, you could be born April 24th, April 14th, April 15th, April 16th, April 17th. All right. It says, your feelings are always right. Okay, this is the first excerpt. Your feelings are always right. When it comes to how you feel, you are always right. Do not question whether what you feel is acceptable or unacceptable. Whatever your feelings are, you are entitled to have them. Your feelings can be a window to your highest self. Listen to them and honor them. All right? So somebody in here, trust your feelings. Know that they're valid. Do not question your feelings if you actually do feel like something, it's like kind of like if something hurts your feelings and somebody goes, oh, that shouldn't hurt your feelings. I mean, if it hurts your feelings, it hurts your feelings, So it's nothing wrong. I mean, maybe this person didn't intend to hurt your feelings, but if you feel sad about something, then you should still feel those feelings and validate yourself if needed. But for others of you, I'm just getting like honor your feelings. If you feel like there's something that you need to do or change or speak about or whatever it is, you should. You also have April 15th. It says you can forgive without accepting. You forgive in service of yourself so that you will not be held hostage to negativity. Forgiveness is not acceptance. It's merely releasing something that doesn't serve you. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you consent to what occurred, only that you've consciously decided to let go in an effort to move forward with a sense of peace. Yes, resentment serves no one. Resentment serves no one. I mean, it sounds fun and funny and interesting in movie plots, maybe, maybe in a movie plot like a Kill Bill or something like that. Some of y'all could have recently saw Kill Bill. But yeah, I'm getting like maybe in a movie plot where you need to be resentful and want to get back on somebody. But in real life, holding on to resentment can really get toxic, and it can really be bad for you when it comes to moving forward into newer connections. So some of you, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that what they did was okay. All right. But you should still be willing to forgive them for your peace of mind. All right. Also, even if you forgive them, I mean, yeah, sometimes it is kind of like conflicting, because when you forgive people, you go, now they're going to think they weren't wrong. Now they're going to think that what they did was okay. Whether they think that what they did was okay or not, I feel like you holding on to resentment still doesn't benefit the situation. Making it so that they know for the rest of their life that you hate them. It's like, why? Waste of energy. You could be putting your energy in so many other places. Just because you don't hate them doesn't mean you have to pay attention to them either. You could not hate somebody and just keep it pushing. You know what I mean? That's like I literally just saw a guy. I don't know how to say his, what do you call it? Like his platform name, but he is an African man who's like a comedian type of guy, but also just like a commentator. He says different things, not really heavy commentary, but he says stuff here and there. And he was doing the trend where people were like, I'm sure somebody in here has seen it, where people are like acting like if they were on a Netflix documentary, this is what it would be about. And he posted something that said like, when they asked me to come on the Netflix documentary, where we talk about how you can't label everyone avoidant just because they're avoiding you. Okay, so that could be another thing as well. Maybe some of you have told yourself that certain people, like I've been in this boat as well. Some of you guys probably have told yourself that people were toxic and narcissistic and all these negative things because maybe they distanced themselves from you. Maybe they cut you off. Maybe they stopped talking to you, different things like that. And I don't really think it's our place to always label people with some sort of mental disorder or mental illness. Not saying that you're wrong. If you have some sort of expertise in narcissism or toxicity or whatever it is, maybe you have a degree in psychology or whatever it is, I feel like maybe then it's valid for you to label someone a certain type of way. But if somebody ghosts you and stops talking to you, it doesn't always mean that they have an avoidant personality. Maybe they just felt like something was off. Maybe they felt like they didn't want to talk no more. Maybe they felt like their social battery was, dried up. Maybe they felt like something was weird with you, but they didn't know how to say that. It might not be a personality disorder on their end. It might just be a situation where you and this person did not, mesh well or something like that. So that's for somebody in here. Somebody needs to know this. Also, it doesn't always mean that it's a flaw on the other person's end. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes we'll look at things, not saying that you should internalize what other people do to you, but sometimes we'll sit there and look at the person and go, and it's because they're toxic. It's because they're like this. It's because they're like that. But deep down, it's like, what if this person, if you're being completely honest with yourself, what if this person is actually pretty healthy and they just stop vibing with you, or they didn't like you, or something like that? You never know. You really never know. Sometimes we make up all these like inferences, and we decide on what it is so that we can kind of soothe ourselves. A lot of times we soothe ourselves, especially in like relationship situations. People will go like, oh, that person was narcissistic, or even they'll go, oh, I know they were cheating on me. This person, clearly they stopped talking to me because they're a cheater. But that isn't always the case. That isn't always the case. And sometimes relationships end, especially romantic relationships. There has been relationships that I've even indulged in, where the issue was never that, oh, I guess you just fell in love with somebody else. No, you just literally weren't meeting my standard. You didn't respect me. You disrespected me. You didn't meet my standard. And when I say didn't meet my standard, it could be basic standards. It might not even be any type of major, you need to buy me this, you need to buy me that. It's like basic expectations of a situation. Somebody's not meeting it. Cool. We just might not get along. All right. I've been on the end of the person that probably was being called narcissistic or toxic. I've also been on the end where I was calling somebody else narcissistic or toxic. Somebody in here, this may be a message around self-awareness. Somebody needs to be aware of what is going on with them, or what they have been subscribing to when it comes to their own mindset. You also have April 16th, but you need to forgive either way. It says April 16th, you belong here. You may not always feel that way. Perhaps no one told you. Right here, this is where your journey led you. You certainly belong here. Ground yourself in that knowledge and take up more space than you think you deserve. I love that we went from talking about past people, resentment, all of that stuff, into why you belong here. Because 9 times out of 10, if you feel like somebody from the past is someone that you're still upset with, this might be your message where you need to release your resentment around that person and then refocus on why you're important, why you are valued. What part do you play in the world as a collective? All right. Sometimes it's not just I. Sometimes it's not about us. Sometimes it's about how we contribute to the whole of things. Okay? Don't become the people that hurt you, but also learn from those situations. Maybe there's certain things that you need to tweak about yourself. I never look at anything as anything less but a learning experience. Everything that I've ever experienced, I know that there was something to learn from it. And it could be one of the most toxic, horrible experiences I've ever had, and I'll still know. Like, I never go, oh, this is just so bad, and things like this always happen to me because it's so bad. 9 times out of 10, I'm like, damn, what was I meant to learn? I was clearly meant to learn something from this. And that might even be more triggering to the people than me wilding out. Sometimes I think people think I'm a little too cool. I'm a little too cool about endings. I mean, I've experienced so many endings, so many losses in my life that I just can't. And honestly, even with my North Node is in Scorpio, for those of you that don't know. I am a Scorpio, but I'm a Scorpio stellium, so I have a lot of placements in Scorpio. But even with my North Node being in Scorpio, it's about change and transformation. Now, that isn't to say that I'm never going to hold on to things, or I'm not able to maintain certain things or be stable, but holding on to things past their expiration date and clinging on to things out of comfort it's not really in my destiny. The aim is to always grow. And I feel like everybody across the board is meant to grow. Not only that, depending on the placements you have, I feel like everybody serves a purpose. That special cocktail combination of placements that you have in your chart are really meant to give everybody a very unique experience when it comes to meeting you. And not only that, you are meant to have a very unique experience when it comes to how you interact with the world. So that could be relevant to somebody in this reading as well. You may want to study your birth chart. April 17th is the last excerpt on this page, and it says, breakdowns and beauty. There will be a time when the only way out is up, when all you can do is carry on. When all you can do to carry on is fall to your knees and cry the ugly cry, to break your heart wide open for whatever is to come next. There will also be a time when the world will be so beautiful that the only way to take it all in is filling your arms wide open. Lift your face toward the sun and allow all the beauty that exists to be one with your soul. Both moments will come. Trust that you will be better for each of them. Wow, that is beautiful. Breakdowns and beauty. That is beautiful. Somebody in here, I always tell people, the low is a low because there's no other way but up. And I know it's easier said than done in the moment. When you're at a low, you really are ready to give up. You really are ready to give up. You really are ready to throw in the towel and just act like you don't exist. Act like you don't exist. Act like there's no purpose for you on the planet. For real. I know that's kind of morbid, but dead serious. Like, sometimes people, I even saw somebody say something, somebody commented. My comments are significant. Some of y'all could be getting comments on your page recently, or again, like your interactions online, or maybe the things that you're seeing online are relevant. But somebody left a comment recently too, that made me kind of sad, but I also related. And I was telling a friend of mine, I thought it was so interesting because in the moment, all I could do was lift them up, because that's just like my default. Like, I'm always going to be like, no, like, this is wrong. You should know that you still deserve to be alive and well and work towards your goals and all of this stuff. Like, you have a purpose. And I genuinely believe that. I'm not joking around. It's not like toxic positivity. Like, you have a purpose, keep going. No, like, you have a purpose, whether your purpose is to live 100 years or to make your mark within your family and go when you want to go. You have a purpose to serve. But when you're in a hard time, that's not really meant to be the end. I don't know how many people have been through hard times. Like, I know even me, anytime I've been through a hard time, I always was like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? But one thing that I will say is the hardest of times that I've had have also been the reason why I have received the karma that I have. Like, the good karma that I have. All the good karma that I've ever had to experience, I knew for a fact that I earned it. Because I'm like, ain't no way I went through all of that and I wasn't going to be rewarded. And somebody in here, everything that you're going through, every heartbreak you've experienced, every betrayal that you've had, every loss and debt that you've had to experience, all of this stuff, passing, whatever it is, these things accumulate. And what you learn along the way is what matters most. So somebody in here, I hope that you're retaining the wisdom that you're gaining along the way. But the crystal in this pile, you got blue tourmaline. It says blue tourmaline, also known as indicolite, is a rare and highly sought after gemstone. Some of you guys are rare and highly sought after, period. It says known for its tranquil blue, greenish blue, or deep violet blue hues. It is valued both for its use in fine jewelry, and it is purported metaphysical properties of promoting peace, communication, and emotional balance. Yes, the blue crystal represents the throat chakra. Okay. Is there anything else you need to know? They're just saying how it's beneficial for emotional balance and peace of mind and clear communication and deep emotional tranquility. All right. That is important for somebody in this pile. So maybe that's something that the 7/7 portal will bring to you, or that you need to focus on. Now, somebody in this pile, you're sleeping on yourself. Okay, I don't know if you're depressed right now, because even with me having the little speech that I gave you in the beginning, I don't know if you're depressed right now. If you are, some of you guys are overthinking your life, overthinking your decisions, overthinking everything that you've ever invested in. You might be getting all kinds of signs and synchronicities. You overthinking those. You hearing all kinds of songs and crap like that. You think you in psychosis. You know, I mean, I don't know what's going on. It's not funny. Somebody in here, you could be, God forbid, you're in psychosis, or like having a manic attack, or manic attack. Is that a thing? Mania. I meant to say mania. Panic attack even. Okay, hold on. Please, if you are having any type of serious response to your life right now, breathe. Some of y'all need to breathe. Some of y'all need to take a second and breathe and be present Because I feel like somebody is overthinking things. But what you need to know, pile 2, is that you've been sleeping on yourself. It's funny, though, because some of y'all have been sleeping on yourself, but you still been getting closer to your goals. So, like, are you, like, right at the edge of achieving a goal, but you're stressed out because you feel like you're not going to achieve it or something? Okay? Some of you, like how it said, breakdowns and beauty. Some of you could be right at the brink of some sort of breakthrough or a beautiful phase of your life, but you don't feel important. You don't feel seen. You don't feel valued. I'm getting that you need to take control of your life. Okay? And you need to be able to adapt and flow to what's going on. Mercury retrograde could be stressing you out. It's a little stressful, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna use another deck. I plan on shuffling on camera as well. I hope it's not that long. This pile might be long because I talked a hell of a lot. My God. I'm hearing, my God, la, 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 la. I know it's off key. Wait till I get my money right. Some of y'all need to listen to music like that. Can't tell me nothing? Come on. Can't tell me nothing? You know how I feel about Kanye. You know how I feel about Kanye. I know he's controversial. I can't even help it, y'all. But to me, Kanye West is probably one of the most motivational rappers, especially his old work. One of the most motivational rappers I know of. He had to believe so big. He had to believe in something so big for him to achieve what he's achieved. Like, some of y'all may have big dreams. If you have big dreams, you will achieve those things. You can achieve those things. But you can't give up halfway. I mean, you can, but you got to get back up. All right, somebody in here, you need to get back up. Or you need to keep going. Don't let this Mercury retrograde take you down, pile 2. Don't let this hard time get you down. Some of y'all might be feeling kind of down in this file. If you knew that you were going to be a multi-millionaire, billionaire even, but really multi-millionaire, billionaire might be extreme. But there are no limits. I don't set limits. If you knew you were going to be a multi-millionaire, billionaire in the next 5 years, would you give up? Would you give up right now? Some of you guys are looking for a guarantee. What if there is no guarantee? What if all you can have is hope? Would you give up? If somebody told you there was potential for you, even if they told you like it wasn't a guarantee, they were just like, there is potential for you to make many, many, many millions if you pursued this thing, or if you showed up in the world in this way, or if you showed this side of yourself, or if you kept going. Would you keep going? Or would you give up because you're tired? Would you give up because you lost someone? Would you give up because your friends and you are falling out? Would you give up because you just went through a breakup? Would you give up? Would you give up on your dreams? Sometimes it feels like that. I can't even lie. I'm not gonna lie. There's a vibe in this pile where like I feel like somebody wants to cry. Somebody could actually be crying right now. And I'm sorry if you are crying, but somebody in here also, I'm getting like you need to cry type of vibes. I can feel it. I can feel it in my body. I can feel the need to cry in my body. Somebody in here, you may want to cry. What's the overall energy of this pile? What's the overall energy of this pile for pile 2? Remember, I'm not naming signs. I almost want to give somebody something. If you can guess, if somebody in the comments can guess the sign, it's a major arcana, the first card that came out. If you can guess the major arcana that came out as the first card in this reading, in this pile in specific, I will offer you a free reading, a free personal reading. Okay? Somebody in this pile. If you chose this pile, you're lucky. If you chose this pile, I'm feeling generous, pile 2. If you chose this pile and you can guess what the first card was that I picked out of this reading, shuffling right now, I'll give you a free reading. Comment down below what the first card is. Okay? Comment down below what the first card is. I also hope that you're subscribed and following and liking everything. I don't want to add those implications though. You know how some people are like, you got to be subscribed, you got to follow me on here. I don't know if you need to do all of that. Some of you should be following me, but if you don't, if you're new to my channel, just comment down below and then I'm going to let you know if you should email me or not. It's a major arcana, the first card that came out. Guess what it is, and you can get a free reading. But what I'm picking up on in this pile is somebody in here, your angels are talking to you. And your angels are telling you to move forward. They're literally telling you to not give up. They're literally telling you to not give up. Like, I'm getting the vibe where what you want is so close. Yeah, so close. What you want is so close. But some of you are like ignoring it or avoiding it or acting like it doesn't exist. All right? Maybe even acting like somebody doesn't exist. What's the energy of the person in this pile? What's the energy of the person in this pile? Some of y'all need to stop and smell the flowers or buy yourself some flowers in the near future. For somebody in this pile, I feel like you know what you want. You know what you want. Some of y'all could be hiding what you want from people or from a specific person. It's like some of y'all know exactly what you want, but you're not talking about it, or you don't want to let people know. You don't want to let people know this goal that you want to start, this project you want to start. For some of you, it could be a relationship that you want to pursue. For a lot of you, I'm getting like it's a goal though. There's something that you want to start for yourself. A business, a relationship, a project, a hobby. You want to start something for yourself, but you're not telling certain people or anyone. But your guides are saying that you are close to achieving this thing. If it's something that's just like a goal that you have, some of you guys are afraid to tell people this goal. What's going on outside of my pile twos? Pile two. What's going on outside of pile two? Oop. Too many cards. Pile two, if there's somebody that you want to connect with right now, this person is so stressed out about you. Because they're thinking about you too. Maybe there's somebody that you want to be with, or someone that you want to talk to, or someone that you want to... Yeah, I'm getting like, you could have had an ending with this person too. Some of y'all, there's someone in your energy that you had an ending with that really has been avoiding their feelings around you as well. Okay? If it's not that they had an ending with you, I feel like for some of y'all you did. You had an ending with this person. Could be a family member, could be a lover, could be a loved one. Some of y'all had an ending with someone, and I don't know. I think this person is trying to come to terms with the fact that they are having an ending with you, or that they like that something didn't work out between the two of you. Others of you, if this isn't a family member or a loved one, who is this person? Why is this here? Yeah, I honestly feel like there's somebody in your energy that is trying to get over the fact that something has ended between the two of you. They're sad. They're sad because they think that you both are soulmates. They love you. I feel like you love this person too. Some of y'all, this person wants to kiss you. Others of you, this person has kissed you before. Something about kisses. Why is this here? Why is this here? Yeah, even if it's not romantic. For some of you, this person may just want to kiss you on the cheek or something. Or for others of you, though, I am getting like actual kisses. Like somebody wants to kiss you. Why is this relevant? Why is this relevant? But they feel like they can't. They feel like they can't. I'm getting like kiss and make up. Somebody wants to kiss and make up. Why is this relevant? Because some of you are obsessing over this person. This might be someone that you want to reach out to. Okay, yeah, some of y'all, you want to make amends with this person. Again, it doesn't have to be that you want to literally make out with this person or kiss this person or anything like that. But I am getting the vibe where it's like, there's something here about showing affection. Like maybe this is a very affectionate person. Maybe this is a hugger. Maybe this is a kisser. Maybe this is a, you know, this person likes loving people. They like loving you. But they feel like they need to get out of their head about this ending because they're realizing that for some of you, this person could feel like they're realizing that you've moved on. For others of you, I feel like this person feels like they've realized that, you know, like they just need to move on. Somebody is accepting the ending of something. I feel like you're obsessing over this person and potentially making amends with this person. Why? What's the challenge here? Some of y'all are afraid to be nice to this person. What's the challenge here? What card is that? For some of you, the challenge here is that there could be somebody in your energy. You could be connected to Power One. There could be somebody in your energy that, I don't know if this person has tried to convince you that how you betrayed this person or however things have ended. Okay, this is giving me the vibe of like, why is this here? Hold on. It feels like there's a third party. It doesn't have to be romantic though. For somebody, it could be. But for others of you, I'm getting that there's a third party in a situation. And whoever this third party is, they've either tried to convince this person or you that however things have ended, that's fine. I'm also getting something here where it's like somebody's trying to convince you that if you did this person dirty, that was fine. Or if this person did you dirty, did anybody do anybody dirty? Major Arcana if somebody did someone dirty. Ooh. For some of you, no. No one did anyone dirty, however we would define that. I'm getting the issue here is that maybe you and this person are a little combative. Maybe you've had issues in the past when it comes to communication. For some of you, other people had gotten away. Somebody could have been inconsistent in a dynamic. I'm also getting something here where somebody could have tried to make you compete with this person, or maybe there was a level of competition between you and this person. But no, was there any type of actual issue is there an issue that can be fixed? I think that this is someone you could fix something with. So whether this is a love interest or a friend or something like that, for some of you, this person this is not someone that you would view as mistreating you. For others of you, I'm getting something here where it's like, this is a person that you would not, I don't know, like some of y'all have convinced yourself that you being kind of avoidant and cold and maybe even resentful was the right thing to do. That's why I said the thing in the beginning where I said sometimes we say things to cope. Maybe some of you have spun a narrative in your mind that like you're doing the right thing by not being kind to this person, or this person was shady. This person is shady. Like I feel like somebody is telling themselves something about this person, and I don't know if this person actually is that bad. Whoever this person is. Like I said, for some of you, this person is very sweet. They may like hugging. I don't know why I'm getting this. This person may like hugging a lot, or again, like kissing a lot, or some of you, this person overthinks. They might have anxiety. But they're trying to get out of their head right now. This gives anxious. Maybe for some of you, this person is anxious. This is even giving me the vibe where it's like, if we were to say that this person was a little avoidant, they might be anxious avoidant. They might not just be avoidant. This person might actually get very anxious and then avoid people. So it's like they're not trying to be malicious. Even down to avoiding people, though. If you really look at the ins and outs of it, not everybody recommends that you deal with avoiding people. It's completely understandable. I think anytime people think about people being avoidant, especially when you are someone that isn't avoidant, if you're someone that is very codependent on people, or if you're someone that has struggled with codependency in the past, of course we're going to demonize the avoidant person. Because it's like, how could you avoid me when all I want to do is live in your skin? Okay? If you have a disorganized attachment style, somebody may need to look into attachment styles in this pile. If you have some sort of disorganized attachment style, you may experience all of the levels of different things. Sometimes you're avoidant, sometimes you're open. Sometimes you're super attached to people. Other times you're like, leave me alone. I'm getting something here where like all of it is a result of our upbringing and our life experiences. And for somebody in here, someone's response to you or response to a situation probably was based off of some form of trauma. Okay? I don't know if this person has gotten in the way of something that you want to achieve for yourself, though. For some of you, this is someone that you want to connect with. But again, like, there's other energies involved that have kind of convinced you that this person is shady. This person did this because they're shady. This person is like this. This person's like that. Like, I'm getting something here about somebody saying some stuff. What's the advice for pile 2? What's the advice for pile 2? You need to follow your intuition, pile 2. About your feelings towards this person or what you want to offer this person. Some of y'all want to offer this person something. Some of y'all, if this is a love interest, this pile's kind of freaky. For somebody in this pile, if this is a love interest, this pile's kind of freaky. Not gonna lie. Maybe you and this person have a real strong... Some of you want to have kids with this person. Others of you, this person is someone that you... This is someone that you see long-term with. Or there's something here about getting clear about what looks like long-term to you. Yeah, what looks like long-term to you? What looks like long-term happiness to you? What feels like something worth investing in? Is it this person? Is it something else? Was this person just a lesson of you needing to like recognize that you don't need to carry resentment towards this person? Maybe I'm telling you about this person because you both are meant to kind of accept the ending, but there's a need for you to know that this person, you need to make your own decisions because this person is not a bad person. And if you are making your own decisions and maybe labeling people certain things because it makes you feel better, how about you just forgive this person? You don't need to demonize them to forgive them or to hold up the resentment. Somebody in here is trying to maintain a grudge by being like, yeah, and this person is the worst person in the world. This person might be traumatized. This person may have been anxious about other things in their life. Did this person actually care about you? Absolutely. Absolutely. But did something end between the two of you? Was there some sort of painful ending? Possibly. Yeah. Does this person feel bad about the ending? Yes. Do they miss you? Yes. Do you miss them? Possibly. Somebody in here? Possibly. I'm kind of getting the vibe that you do miss them. But it ultimately is up to you what you want to do moving forward. What's the advice for the person in this reading? More advice. If an equal give and take is what you want, then you need to get over what happened in the past. And yes, that's easier said than done, depending on what was done. But for a lot of you in this pile, I don't think this person was like the worst person in the world to you. Again, That doesn't mean you need to make amends with them if you don't want to. But for somebody in here, like if you are literally pulling your hair out because you're like, oh my gosh, I miss this person and I just want to speak to them and I just want to talk to them. I mean, who's stopping you? Besides the people that you probably told you to not reach out. Who's stopping you? Even me. I can give advice, but you don't got to take my advice. People come to me for readings all the time and still won't take my advice sometimes. And I mean, yeah, most times, 9 times out of 10, they'll have to learn whatever it is we talked about them learning if they went back. Or, not all the time is it like that, though. Sometimes I'll give people advice to reach out and they still don't. Okay? Sometimes I give people advice to not reach out and they do. Your advice in this situation is to take back control and decide on what you want, because if something feels worth it, I mean, it's up to you. It is a retrograde, so maybe some of y'all are just reminiscing and you're feeling kind of like, oh, woe is me, I wish I could talk to this person. But for others of you, I'm kind of getting a vibe where it's like, it's really up to you. What's the message for the people in this reading? Message for the people in this reading. We're going to close out the reading now with oracles. Okay. I'm seeing one of the oracles from the same, you got an oracle that came out in Pile 1. So if you want to watch Pile 1, you should, Pile 1. But the oracle that came out after that one is Athena. I'm not going to read both oracles. The one that came out after that one was Athena. Okay. And Athena says, this is on page 48 and 49. You could be those ages. It says, Athena, wise decision. Get clarity, seek guidance from trustworthy sources. Athena Minerva to the Romans is the Greek goddess of wisdom, education, and independent thought. She carries a sword of clarity that can be invoked for intelligent guidance in murky and complex situations. A wartime protectress, to the Greeks, Athena offered counsel and strategy rather than engaging in battle. A goddess of practicality, she guides objective thinking and decision-making. Her combination of intellect and imagination provides creative solutions and a clear way forwards. Athena's symbols are snakes, owls, and olive trees. Her origins are linked to the Minoan snake goddess of Crete. It says, make a decision and trust it. This situation calls for clarity and wise counsel. Perhaps you've been listening to multiple opinions, conflicting information, or vague theories, ignoring your own inner wisdom. You're languishing in confusion and inaction. Self-doubt is weakening your energy field. Yet, Athena is here to help you act with decisiveness and purpose. With her gleaming sword of clarity, the goddess of wisdom lights up your spine and chakra points. She says, allow the energy from my sword to clear away unnecessary information or anything that's clouding your ability to think practically and wisely. Seek professional guidance and do research if necessary. Educate yourself about the matter at hand, as you don't have yet enough knowledge or understanding about it. Lifelong learning is the key to true wisdom. Only the foolish think they have nothing left to learn. You can be an ambassador of education and keep gaining new skills until your last breath on the planet. I will help you make an informed decision, and once you do that, the way ahead will become miraculously clear. You'll feel calmer and more energized and fully empowered. The additional meanings of this card says, a fruitful path in education, study, research, or teaching is opening up. All right, some of you guys are meant to be teachers. You've learned a lot and you're meant to share the wisdom. It says, if you have an important exam, assignments, or projects, deadlines, ask Athena to focus and guide you. Some of y'all could be in school. Some of you have certain things that you need to accomplish. I'm getting that Athena will assist you if you look for her support. You have a legal matter is divinely supported, okay? So some of y'all, maybe something's going on with legalities. Maybe you stressed out. Maybe this person's stressed out. Who knows? Something is being supported, so don't worry too much. I don't know if you have some sort of legal contracts with this person, but for some of you it could be. Maybe it was a divorce. Maybe some of y'all divorced this person, or I don't know. And then last but not least, you have learn a new trade or craft. All right. The invocation of this card says, Athena, guide me with your practical wisdom. Help me to be focused and clear. Some of y'all need to get a reading. Hello. That's why I offered that free reading. I knew. I knew somebody in this pile needed a reading. Something inside of me said somebody needs this. So if you want that free reading, y'all, go ahead. Okay. I have no issue with speaking to someone if they really genuinely need it. And you never know who needs it. And you never know what you need it for. I don't care if what you need it for isn't even that important. Like, some of y'all might be like, I just want to know what's going on in my life. You know I love to talk, pal, too. I love to talk. If I have the energy, I will give the reading. Okay? We just got to set up a date. So, messages for people in pile 2. What does pile 2 need to hear? Again, major arcana. What was the major arcana that I saw? The first card that came out. If you put the name of the major arcana, then you can have a free reading. The love oracle that came out for you. You have embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. You also have an oracle that came out that says relationship patterns. I feel like I need to read this too. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Some of y'all, you have patterns that are negative in relationships. That's why I said I couldn't tell whether it was a third person that was causing you to doubt your connection with this person or if it was you. Some of y'all have been through so much trauma when it comes to relationships or investments that, like, when this person did something to you or acted weird, you were like, oh yeah, another narcissist, another crazy psychopathic, sociopathic person. This person is demonic and this person is da 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 da. And it's like, whole time, they just were scared. Maybe they were tired. Maybe they didn't know how to set a boundary. Maybe they just felt like they needed space. Sometimes people don't know how to say that. Sometimes people feel like your vibe is weird. I'm sure people feel like my vibe is weird. Some people will meet me and be like, oh, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot of times if people don't feel like they really vibe with you, they do just up and disappear. Not everybody is willing to wait or get to know people or to empathize. So it is what it is. You just got to accept it. You just got to accept the vibes. But this says embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. It says feelings and emotions are part of who you are. Allow yourself to feel what is going on for you. Your feelings can alert you to the truth of a situation. Take positive steps to determine why you feel the way you do. Emotions come under 4 categories: happiness, sadness, anger, and fear. Once you figure out what is going on for you, you can take power away from an emotion. Experiencing an emotion you are uncomfortable expressing can be a big challenge. Journaling is a way to process and clarify difficult emotions. Writing about your emotions will help you organize your thoughts and work through your feelings. All right, some of y'all need to journal about your feelings. You got a lot of feelings. You got a lot of feelings that need to be felt. Don't ignore your feelings, okay? That is avoidant. Ignoring your feelings. You have 32. I didn't mean to say that number, but 32 could be relevant. It says relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Consider the patterns that drive you to attract certain people into your life. You may find the next person you meet has similar qualities to your last partner. This is what you are energetically attracting. Once you learn the lesson, you will be able to attract healthier outcomes. It may be helpful to share the disappointment or pain from your past, whether from your current relationship or another period in your life. Be honest with yourself and address situations as they happen. Acknowledge that you can no longer stifle your feelings. Know your strengths and your triggers. See your past relationships as opportunities to grow and figure out what makes you happy. You have a better chance at a lasting relationship when you have self-awareness. Avoid idealizing past relationships as they can hold influence over future outcomes. Love will not magically make you feel worthy or happy unless you have achieved those values for yourself. Okay? Somebody in here, there's a need for you to communicate about what you've been through or to just address your feelings overall. Are you still sad about something that happened in the past? How is that putting a damper on your love life now? Are you still sad about something that happened in a friend group? How is that affecting your friendships and love life now? Okay. Family dynamic. Did you have something painful happen in a family dynamic? Address those feelings. Stop acting like it don't matter. Stop acting like it doesn't matter. All right, around the 7-7 portal. Because if you're trying to manifest something, old emotions are blocking that. You're being told to watch a movie. Some of y'all need to watch a movie. I said something about Kill Bill. Some of y'all may want to watch Kill Bill 2. Okay. Kill Bill by SZA could be relevant. Kill Bill. All right, you have Watch a movie, connect with your womb. Some of y'all could be on your period. You don't have to be. If you're a masculine, some of you need to connect with your feminine energy. All right. You need to nurture yourself. Do something that is really soft and comforting today. You also have burning bowl rituals. Some of y'all need to burn away some old emotions, some limiting beliefs, maybe even what you want to manifest. I'm getting somebody in here needs to process their feelings through a burning bowl ritual. And then you also have pleasure. All right. You can do anything that is pleasurable to you. Some of y'all, you might want to do something. I said the vibes are kind of freaky. And I don't mean with someone. The picture on this card is a solo type of situation. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not recommending nothing. I'm just saying this energy's coming up. All right. Maybe some of y'all are feeling the vibes. The vibes are being felt. Somebody in your energy could be sending you vibes. All right. Especially if it's a love interest. If you have somebody that is romantically interested in you that's missing you, they could be pulling on your energy. Okay. Message or just thinking about it. I don't know. Messages for the collective in this reading. What is their mantra? This is to close out your reading. Mantra. Your mantra is, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Okay, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. I should have pulled that card. I just saw the... Actually, let me go get it. I just saw the family tree trauma card. Some of y'all, this is definitely rooted trauma. If you're having resentment and things like that, you might not even resent this person. You resent your mama. You resent your daddy. You know, you resent all kinds of people from your bloodline. May not be this person, but it is what it is. The trauma card says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. And then bottom of the deck, you have this owl card. 2 owls are cuddled up. Somebody wants to cuddle or hug you. I said somebody's affectionate. And it says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So if it isn't romantic, maybe somebody just wants to hug, you know. Some people are huggers. I love a hug, you know. Some of y'all may need some sort of physical touch. Maybe you're feeling lonely right now. If you have anybody around you that wants to hug you or could potentially hug you, go hug them. You can just get up. That's a luxury. If you can just get up and go hug somebody, that is a luxury. A child, anybody. If you can just get up and hug somebody right now, you are blessed, okay? So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Pile 3. Hi, Pile 3. You are the pile that chose the image of the lapis lazuli. Pile 3. Okay. This is going to be a very, I'm going to say special pile because I actually am re-recording the intro to this pile. I filmed this video hours ago. This is like the most random thing ever, but I filmed this video hours ago. And when I got back to editing the video and like hearing it through the YouTube, I guess system, like uploading system, there was a couple weird things going on with the beginning portion of your pile. And I almost feel like I took it as a sign because when I was talking in the beginning portion of the pile, it was like, it was almost giving the vibe that maybe I was saying a little too much, which I think is actually very interesting and symbolic in this pile. Some of you guys are being very careful about what you say to people, or what it is that you tell people at this time, or you should be. You should be very careful about what it is that you tell people at this time, especially when it comes to your goals. Okay. The things that you want to accomplish, maybe even the things that you are focused on. Some of you guys need to be careful because I'm picking up on some level of fame. Now, side note, before I get into the full of the message or the beginning portion, because I'm going to chop off the portion that was kind of weird and the audio was messing up on, and then I'm going to leave the rest of the video, and you're just going to have to follow through with whatever it is that I said in the beginning portion, or the beginning round of filming it. I think it's still going to make sense because I'm just going to reread the Year of Positive Thinking book, but also just saw 144 on the timestamp. But I was saying it in every other pile. Is that frequency too loud? I was saying it in every other pile. Two of my lovely subscribers had left a comment on my video yesterday, and they basically were talking about how monotonous it gets to hear the numbers and the signs and things early on in the readings. Not really the numbers, but the signs. And it wasn't anything too harsh. I didn't take it personally, but I decided for the next couple of videos that I plan on not naming any of the signs or numbers so that you can just trust your intuition. Okay, people in this reading, you just need to trust yourself. You don't need to rely on the signs and the numbers as confirmation. I actually feel like that is a good idea when it comes to just listening. And for those of you that don't want to wait as well, you're welcome. Now, the first round of filming the video, I was going on this tangent about my youth. I was going on this tangent about my youth, and it wasn't any negative about the youth. It wasn't anything negative about the youth, but it was about how my youth had kind of made me who I am today and how it has motivated me into what goals that I have set now. And for some of you, I mean, maybe that is something that you guys would want to hear. And maybe that's something that I'll talk about in the future. But for some reason, the video was getting kind of weird. So again, if any of you are having technical difficulties or any type of weird audio issues in the future or around this time, it may be symbolic somehow. Sometimes I take the video cutting off as a sign. Also, at the end of this pile, the video cut off, I guess it was confirmation for something that I said, but my battery died randomly. But yeah, I was basically talking about my youth and things related to people judging people and how I was kind of raised in a household where my mother had conditioned me to believe that, if you had haters, you were doing something right. Okay. If you had haters, you were doing something right. If people were hating on you, you should treat it as an ego boost rather than something to tear you down or internalizing it. If you love yourself, nobody else can convince you that you're not lovable. And I also was talking about movies and things and like the stuff that I watched growing up that basically prepared me for being in the spotlight to a certain degree. I'm not saying that I'm the biggest person ever or anything like that. For some of you, I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably will grow bigger, but even with you guys, like maybe some of you have a following in this pile. Maybe some of you guys are building a platform or you desire to do this. And I was just bringing up the fact that a lot of people who are pushed into the spotlight or who are given a platform, most times, if it's divine, especially, the universe is kind of handpicking you because you've been prepared. And the preparation that you need is not always the type of preparation people think you need. Some people feel like the preparation for fame is like you wanting to be flashy or seen and all these different things. And I do feel like being seen is important, but confidence is what matters, because sometimes you might not be seen on your best day. Sometimes people might catch you slipping. Sometimes you might say something that other people don't like. Sometimes you might put yourself in the position to be judged. And even when that happens, you have to have the confidence to keep going. And I basically was talking about how, I stopped following a lot of celebrity gossip blogs and things like that years ago. But when I was watching them or whenever they kind of pop up on my timeline, I'm always so confused by how people are like judging celebrities and people who are well known and people who are putting themselves out there in such a parasocial way. Like, how are you to tell somebody that their personality sucks and they should go back to that old personality, or they should stop showing their personality? Or who are we to say like, oh, well, I think your relationship is wrong, or it looks weird, or you should have dated someone cuter, or anything like that? It's very weird. I basically was talking about bullying and things like that. And again, like my experiences as a kid, and not me being a bully, but, being the type of person that would stand up for the kids that were being bullied. And that message may resonate with you all. Now, I'm going to read the excerpt from the book, and then I'm going to splice. Is it called splicing? I'm going to splice this part to the next part, which is me talking about the crystal and then going into the tarot. But I had to take off that little I had to take off that first portion because the way it was acting up and the way I felt like it probably wasn't meant to be heard, it was definitely symbolic. So the excerpt from the book that you got out of my Year of Positive Thinking book was October 15th, October 16th, October 17th, and October 18th. It says October 15th, your birthright is happiness. You deserve happiness, and your happiness will not be born of achievement, money, and material success. Being happy comes from within. It is the lens that you view the world through. Happiness is the understanding that the world you see every day is a mirror of what you believe to be true. Happiness is a perspective, not simply a feeling that comes from having things of external value. The very first step forward, being happier, not forward, the very first step toward being happier is believing that you deserve to be happy. Answer these prompts, but without listing your material successes. I am happy because I expect the world to be blank. Note where your answers are aligned or unaligned with your internal truth. So, similar to the first portion of the reading when I filmed it, some of you guys could be aiming for material success right now. You want a lot of money, you want to be well known, or this is something that you might feel like you want or feel like you need. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but this excerpt is trying to let you know that there are things that will make you happier beyond material success, because money can come and go. All right. And that's what I was talking about in the beginning portion of the reading as well, the first round. I was saying that a lot of times we idolize celebrities and put them on pedestals, but they're human. Any human would be offended by being bullied online or talked about like they're not even gonna read it. You know what I mean? So not only should you be aware of what it is that you say to other people, but I also think that people need to recognize that, you know, you could be a celebrity. Yeah. You could be a celebrity tomorrow. And if you were put on a blog somewhere or whatever it is, how would you respond to people putting you down? Okay, that's something to think about. Maybe some of you guys have had bullying like that. Maybe some of you guys have been, talked about in group chats, and you could currently be in one. Y'all could be being talked about in a group chat or talked about on a scam page or something like that. Like something weird. I'm getting some of you have been bullied, and you need to know that if people want to aim at you from an emotional standpoint, your money won't protect you. Right? I mean, it can. You can have security and things like that, yes. But money doesn't protect you emotionally. So you got to make sure that you are emotionally grounded to prepare for what's to come if you are meant to be in the spotlight or if that is something that you're aiming for. You also have October 16th. It says, begin with you. The courage that it takes to genuinely love other people comes first from loving yourself. All right. So some of you also, I'm getting this vibe where you're trying to manifest love. You're trying to manifest success. You're trying to manifest more fans, things like that. If that is your aim, you have to love yourself first. Some of you guys have been in situations where you weren't able to receive the love that other people gave you because you didn't believe it was true, right? And I feel like this is a point in time in your life where you need to be loving yourself unconditionally, because if you are going to be put in the spotlight or pushed to the forefront, you got to know that you are the shit. You got to know that you are the shit. You got to be confident enough to stand on that. Don't let anybody talk about you, okay? Don't let anybody catch you slipping. And catching you slipping is them feeling like they said something that was really going to drag you down. Like I said, I was bringing up the fact that, or I don't know if I said it in the beginning portion of this video, but I was bringing up my mom. I was talking about how my mom, God rest her soul, love my mom, but I was bringing up how my mom was basically saying, like, you know, your haters are basically your fans. They are your fans. Not all your fans are haters, but a lot of your haters are fans. And she used to make me view people bullying other people or even trying to say slick stuff to me as like, it was kind of weird. It was odd. I wasn't taught to think that those were things to internalize. And I think that's why I am how I am now. And also somebody in this pile, you may resonate with that. Like, I think a lot of you may look at people being bullies as weird, or you might even empathize with the people who are bullying, because it's like, what's going on at home? Like, who taught you this? Why do you feel the need to drag other people down and make yourself feel better? It really is giving like something's going on with that person mentally. So if you ever get bullied by somebody, besides the fact that it's an ego stroke for you to be such a big deal, right? For somebody to think that it's like gonna drag you down or make you feel bad if they say something real petty to you, the fact that that's an ego stroke is one thing. But another thing that you need to realize is that a lot of those people are going through it, man. A lot of the people that bully really don't know themselves, don't love themselves, and just want to be seen, right? Just want to be heard. Rage baiters just want to be heard, just want to be seen, might be ignored by every other person in their life, might not even be getting love from a parent. You know what I mean? So show other people love. You also have October 17th. It says life is meant to be both messy and magical. Make mistakes. It means you are actually trying. Walk around with your eyes wide open and your feet firmly rooted. Stumble, fall, get back up. Cry when you must and dance when you are compelled to. Laugh, feel anger and sadness, but allow room for joy and debauchery too. Life is both this and that, messy and magical. And finding balance, don't forget to leave space for both. All right, so duality exists, people in Pile 3. And maybe some of you guys are very dual types of people, or there's a lot of this and that when it comes to you, and that's okay. You define yourself. If anybody's telling you that you're weird, or you can't be this way and that way at the same time, or you can't do this and also do that, they don't understand that you are your own person, and that we all get to create our reality however we want to, and our personalities are set up how we decide to set them up. Just how we are born, you know, some people are just born how they're born. So don't feel bad if you're not perfect, because in all actuality, you are, right? You're perfectly made however you're made, whether you are messy or clean or funny or not funny or whatever it is. I'm getting somebody in here. You need to love all facets of your personality. And then last but not least, you have October 18th. It says, shine brighter. Don't ever be afraid to shine. The sun isn't, and it rises brightly every day. Imagine what owning your light in the same way could do for you. So I'm about to splice the video to the other portion of the video, but I also channeled Shine by Cleo Soul in the beginning portion of the last video, as well as Be a Star from the movie Life Size. And that's what I was saying also. A lot of what we consume growing up and just in general, even as adults, is what kind of solidifies itself in our psyche. So be very mindful of what you listen about or what you watch at this time. If you're not seeing people who remind you of you or who love themselves, how you should love yourself, you're teaching yourself how to conform to other people's ideals. So there's a need for you to surround yourself with people and things and videos and music and all kinds of stuff that supports who you are or who you want to become. All right. Somebody in here needs to reprogram their mind. All right. And if you aren't currently doing that, again, this is going to be the key to this 7/7 portal manifestation. For a lot of you, all you have to do is change your mindset and you're going to see something amazing happen for you. Okay. So that's all that I have. Now on to the next part of this video. I be going in so much. Did I read that book? Oh, yes, I did. I had to have read that book. Let's get into Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli is on what page? Lapis Lazuli is on page, what page is that? 18 and 19. So it says Lapis Lazuli, a stone of wisdom and truth. Lapis Lazuli is believed to stimulate psychic abilities and bring enlightenment. The color is blue. Lapis Lazuli is an intense deep blue color that sometimes includes golden flakes of pyrite. All right, pyrite may be relevant for someone. It says good for self-expression. Those feeling lost or inhibited, may find freedom with this empowering stone. One of the excerpts here says, be enlightened. It says this stone is good for clearing blockages in the throat chakra and third eye chakra, helping you to feel confident and connected with your higher self. The throat chakra is linked to self-expression and inner truth, whereas the third eye chakra is considered the gateway to spiritual enlightenment. All right. You also have artistic roots. It says Lapis Lazuli fueled the creative expression of past artists. In the Middle Ages, painters ground it up to make the deep blue pigment named ultramarine. And Michelangelo, even used it to paint the Sistine Chapel. Not Chapel, Lord. Mercury retrograde. The 16 could be relevant. The Sistine Chapel. This blue pigment was so precious, it cost more than gold. Okay. Actually, I'm going to read every excerpt on this page. It says, prettier than poetry, lapis lazuli is more than just a pretty stone. With its deep blue coloring and golden flecks, it has long evoked comparisons to the starry sky, and it is thought to encompass the truth of the cosmos. No wonder poets are so enthralled by it. Somebody in here could be a poet, okay? A writer. We don't ever get lapis lazuli on this channel, and I always want to, and it's always been in this book, but we very rarely get it. So there's something about that that's significant. Some of y'all, you are very rare, or something could be very rare. Maybe somebody else is very rare. But it says cool like Cleopatra. Some use this stone as makeup to express themselves. In ancient Egypt, it was fashionable to wear ground lapis lazuli as eyeshadow. Egyptian queen and beauty icon Cleopatra herself used the blue pigment to create her signature eye makeup look. Love that for her. Love Cleopatra. And then you also have the last excerpt that says sweet dreams. It says lapis lazuli has a host of physical benefits, including purifying the blood, soothing areas of inflammation, and alleviating insomnia. To get an extra good night's sleep, place the stone under your pillow and be prepared for some insightful lucid dreams. All right. There's a song called Lucid Dreams by the Sacred Souls, or Lucid Girl, or something like that. The Sacred Souls. All right, let's get into this message. I took out the numbers, but still took 20 minutes of the beginning time, y'all. So I'm just a talker, y'all. I'm just a talker. At this point, I can't help it. I'm cracking up. I just can't help but talk. So anyway, what does Pile 3 need to know right now? Pile 3, you need to relax. Boom. It's time for you to relax, because you are about to go through a shift, a major shift. I feel like it could be internal. For some of you, it is going to be external. Your world may change. All right. It feels like in a positive way, but I'm getting somebody in here. You need to prepare yourself for what's to come and have confidence in who you are. Some of y'all could be about to achieve a goal. Maybe during the 7-7 portal, you're trying to manifest some sort of, like, even with me talking about celebrities, maybe some of you guys are about to be well known. Okay. Some of you are about to be well known. Some of you are about to see success in a certain career field that you're in. Some of you guys are going to start a project that's going to be successful. But before you embark on this journey and have this new beginning, some of y'all can have a healthy relationship, all kinds of stuff. Before you embark on this journey, there's a need for you to focus on your health. Why is this? Why do they need to focus on their health? What type of health? Why is this here? Because there's something that isn't changing about your health currently. For some of you, you need to focus on your health and your growth because you're too focused on someone else. For others of you, there could be someone that you've recently discovered. Could be a like a health guru or someone that is helping you heal. And maybe that's the person that you need to watch or learn from when it comes to healing. Like some of y'all could have someone that you need to watch more of or learn from. They're going to help you heal somehow. Some of y'all may need to go to the doctors. Not getting anything horrible, but I'm getting like maybe you need a checkup. Somebody in here also may need to prepare themselves for pregnancy. I don't know if you're currently pregnant or if a blessing that's coming in for you might be pregnancy. But some of y'all might want to prepare yourself for pregnancy. I just saw a 2222 on the timestamp. Okay. That could be an angel number that's relevant for you. Also, you could be pregnant right now, Pile 3. Not gonna lie, I don't know. Prepare yourself. Don't listen to me. Go take a test. If you're a masculine, you could have got somebody pregnant recently. Others of you might want to watch Pile 2. Others of you, there's something here about growth. You need to prepare yourself for growth. What's the overall energy of this pile? Because something's coming in. Some of y'all may even need to like reflect on your upbringing and how you have grown as a person so that you can be prepared for what's to come. Okay? Because the same way I said, like, majority of my childhood, I actually was pretty confident about myself until I like got into middle school or started to see that other people were judging themselves, or entered a relationship where like, you know, it was not like I was being full on. I don't want to say it was like a full on abusive type of thing, but it was like little jabs here and there. People telling you that certain things that you like is weird. People telling you that who you are as a person is lame. People telling you, like, people doing stuff like that. After a while, no matter how confident you are, you will start to question yourself. And some of you could be in situations like that, or maybe you were bullied growing up. If you were, and you're meant to be well known, make sure you are prepared to be well known, because they definitely love to bully people on a larger scale when you are famous, if you're aiming for fame. Okay? They like to nitpick. You have to be willing to love yourself beyond what other people are saying if you really want to lean into being known. And somebody in here, you're juggling between being well known and not, or like aiming for fame and not. Yeah. Because maybe some of you feel like you're meant to be helping people. You can help people and still be famous, but maybe some of you are like, do I want to be well known, or do I just want to help? Do I want to be well known, or am I just aiming to inspire others? Like, somebody is thinking that. What is the overall energy of this reading for pile 3? Okay. What is the overall energy of this reading for pile 3? Remember, I'm not going to say the signs in this reading. What's the energy for pile 3? Pile 3, there's some sort of move that you should be making. Something that you're supposed to be starting up or pursuing at this time that you're not doing. It's going to be beneficial to you, but you're not doing it because I think you don't like being seen or paid attention to too much, or you don't want to be seen right now. Maybe you do like to have attention on you, but there's something here about you avoiding something. Some of you are trying to avoid rejection, okay? I don't know if you're trying to pursue an actual person or a career opportunity. It feels like it's a career opportunity. This is giving me the vibe of like somebody needing to start a YouTube or to post themselves or to sign up to be a model. You know, I brought up Tyra Banks. Maybe some of y'all want to join a modeling competition or a beauty competition, or, you know, a TV show. Y'all want to be on Love Island. Like, somebody in here is trying to sign up for something, or they want to be on something, but it's like they're afraid to do it. Why is this here? You might already have eyes on you. Are you not comfortable with being seen? Some of you, the people that you're worried about being seen by or judging you are your family. You could be worried about how your family is going to view something. Maybe you pursuing something, or just you in general. Some of y'all are worried about how your family is going to view you. All right. Others of you could be worried about, I just feel like it's family. Others of you, again, though, could be worried about what you define as wish fulfillment. Because maybe there's a part of you that's like, yeah, I want to pursue this thing and be well known. But then there's another part of you that's like, yeah, I just want to build a happy family. Like a happy and healthy family. I just want to be happy. You got to define happiness for yourself. What is happiness for you? Some of y'all are worried about somebody judging you, though, in your family for what you want. It could be either way. Like, some of y'all worried that this person going to judge you if you're famous and judge you if you're just happy on your own. Who is that? Who the heck is that? What's the overall energy in this pile? What's the energy here? Yeah, some of y'all are ignoring the signs. The universe, God, source, spirit, your guides could be trying to give you a sign right now. You're acting like you don't even want to be bothered. Yeah, you're acting like you don't even want to be bothered. You're literally ignoring your destiny. All right. Now, I did say you need to take a second to kind of focus on your health and maybe rest. But I'm getting like there's something that you are destined to do. A project you're destined to drop. Something that you're meant to work on. Something that you're meant to put out. There could even be people that are waiting for this thing. Some of you are already in a field where people are waiting for something. But for some reason, you are stressed out. I'm also getting too, somebody in here, I don't know what it is that you want to do, but maybe some of you want to find a lover. Either you already are in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship. And I feel like you're gonna be in one. You're meant to be in one. I don't know if you're meant to be finding this person online, or if you already found a person, like if you already are with someone, some of y'all could be worried about other people's opinion of your relationship. Okay? You're worried about other people, like, not because something's wrong with this person, but more so because maybe you feel like you're going to get backlash. Some of y'all feel like if you embrace a connection or show off a connection or something like that, you might be rejected by other people. Both of you could be. Okay, I'm also getting another storyline here where somebody is worried about putting something out because, again, it's like being worried that your family's going to reject you, or your friend group is going to reject you, or maybe just general society. Somebody is worried about feeling rejected. I don't know what you're putting out, though. Are you putting out that you are in a relationship, or are you just putting yourself out there? Some of you need to know that if you put yourself out there, you're going to end up meeting someone romantically. It's like you're avoiding it. You're like, you could literally be sabotaging a major manifestation for you, pile 3. There's something that you're meant to be experiencing or aligning with right now, but you could be self-sabotaging. For some of you, you're self-sabotaging because the healthcare change that needs to be made has to do with your mindset. Somebody has made you, they've convinced you that maybe you shouldn't do something, or that something is wrong. All right, this could be somebody in your family or something around your upbringing. What's the external energy of pile 2? Somebody in your energy is thinking about you. They're trying to figure out whether they should reach out to you, say something to you. Yeah. Manifest something with you. Somebody wants to talk to you. Yes. Somebody could be very attracted to you. Okay. I'm also getting something else here, though. This is a weird vibe. Why is this relevant? Why is this relevant? Because somebody is ready to take a leap of faith on someone, on something. Why is this relevant? Yeah. Somebody is wanting to make a move on something. Start the project, make a move on a person, be with someone. They've been wanting to do this for a while now, to start this project, to move away from this past thing, to do their own thing, but they're avoiding something. For some of you, somebody is trying to avoid making another person sad. I don't know if this is a third party situation, but somebody could be trying to avoid making another person sad. Others of you, I'm getting like somebody is trying to avoid the judgment of certain people. What's the challenge here? A decision. Maybe you have more than one person that you are talking to, or more than one person in your energy. For some of you, it's a choice between one person and it's definitely giving 2 people. Not my phone dying at it's definitely giving 2 people, pile 3. It must definitely be giving 2 people. Some of you guys got 2 people that you need to choose between. Now, for some of you, it could be choosing between yourself and someone else. But for others of you, I'm getting something here about you needing to make a decision around 2, could even be 3 people, to be quite honest. Whether this is job related or love related. And for some of you, it's 3 feminines. For others of you, whatever decision you have to make for some reason may impact or involve 2 feminines. Okay, or 3, whatever it is. Take it how it resonates. Is my mic on? Yes, okay. But why would this be a challenge? Why is this energy a challenge? Some of y'all need to set a boundary. You would have to set a boundary. Why would this be a challenge? Because you're definitely going to experience some form of conflict. There's conflict here. Some of you are going to deal with people or are dealing with people that can be a bit I don't know, y'all. For some of you, there could be some level of like spite or resentment here, either from someone in specific, or you just know for a fact that somebody might try to cause some sort of drama. Okay? Some of you could end up disappointing a mother figure. Others of you could end up disappointing family somehow. These feminine energies also don't have to be women. They could be masculines as well. Just masculines that possibly rely on you. That's not for everybody, but that could be the case. What's the advice here? Some of y'all, there's going to have to be not a third party. Oh my God. There's not going to have to be a third party, but there's going to have to be, somebody's going to have to get cut out. Some of y'all are going to have to decide to end something with someone. Why is this here? I'm hearing, whatever I've done. That's a Tame Impala song. I did it for love. What song is that? Hold on, let me read the lyrics. Yes, this is the song One More Hour by Tame Impala. The song bio says the concluding track of the Slow Rush, which is the album, One More Hour, something about an hour could be significant, features Kevin thinking back on all that has led him to where he is and what he has to look forward to in life. It touches on the record's main theme of the passage of time and what finding love has meant for his future. It starts with minimal piano and slowly builds on itself with the anthemic guitar riffs, hard-hitting. Okay. But what they saying? What they talk about, though? Can we get a little bit more? I guess what it said, though. Let me see if somebody else can describe it a little bit more. Okay, yeah, so it says, if you are referring to the song by Tame Impala, One More Hour, it is an introspective track about standing on the edge of a massive life change, which I think somebody in this pile you are. It says, like marriage or fame. Come on now. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's like, no, let me stop being hype. Okay, hold on. I'm hyping myself up because that's exactly what this reading is giving. Whether you're choosing a life path or a person, some of y'all, there are people that may be upset with you, but I feel like whatever you're choosing is really going to transform your life. But yeah, it says like marriage or fame, and asking for just a little more time to process the transition and remember who you are. Wow. Yes, because like any major life decision, there is the person you were prior to it and the person you become after. And that doesn't mean that the person you become after is a negative thing, but it's true. You change. You change. Maybe that's why I went on that whole tangent in the beginning of my reading about, and not the beginning of my reading, in the beginning of this reading. Maybe this is my pile, I don't know. But that's maybe why I went on that whole tangent about how I never understood why people bully people and why I'm always reading the captions of certain things, and I'm surprised by what they say to certain celebrities because it's kind of parasocial, but people got to realize that fame and having a family and being married and all kinds of stuff, that really does change your life. You would hope for the better, but sometimes for the worse. I feel like in this situation, some of y'all are being divinely guided to do something. What's their advice here? Whatever you plan on doing, it will make you go through some sort of change. Yeah. I feel like you'll be walking away from... Some of y'all could be walking away from a certain job path to go towards a new job. Others of you could be walking away, again, from some sort of relationship, one relationship, to whatever that relationship is, though. Family, love interest, friend. There's something you'd end up walking away from, I guess, permanently by making a decision. Whatever you did it for love. This could even be like you dealing with a partner that doesn't want you to work a certain job or a career path or something like that. Or if not that, I'm getting, I don't know, y'all. Only you know. Let me get one little extra bit of advice. What's the extra bit of advice for pile 3? What's their advice in this pile? You have the 9 of Cups reversed. Why is the 9 of Cups reversed coming out? Why would this be advice? If you're unhappy, you need to listen to your guides. If you're unhappy, know that better days are ahead. Know that better days are ahead. If you're unhappy, I'm getting like, just wait. Just wait. Trust your intuition. Go after what you want. Plant the seed, things like that. But just wait. Something's going to come in. Something's going to come in because you stop ignoring the signs. Or you stop ignoring your intuition. Somebody going to be hurt though. I don't know if this is family or who this is. Somebody probably going to be hurt though, y'all. Okay. So take it how it resonates. But 7-7 portal bringing in something big. I wonder if something's going to happen within an hour of you watching this, pile 3. Maybe something goes viral, or maybe you have a conversation, or maybe you decide to do something. You speak to someone. Something's going to happen. Or something about an hour. Maybe all it takes is an hour for you to shift a timeline. It's a portal. This is a portal. What is the message for pile 3? What does pile 3 need to hear at this time? We have, you got 2 cards that came out. I'm not going to read both of these, but you got Amaterasu, no more hiding. Some of you are really meant to put yourself out there. It's time for you to share your gifts with people. Also, they bring up in Amaterasu's card that her brother at one point was the face of the family or something like that. But then when, I'll read the card. I don't want to, but I'm going to read it. You also got Neptune, King Neptune, sensitivity. Okay. Some of you guys could be sensitive. Some of y'all could be in an interracial relationship, multicultural relationship. Okay. It says King Neptune. Well, let's read Amaterasu first. Amaterasu says, no more hiding. Come out of the cave, shine brilliantly. Amaterasu is a supreme Japanese Shinto sun goddess and daughter of the creator god Izanagi. Her name means great shining heaven. Japanese emperors are said to be descended from Amaterasu, and she's the highest deity in Japan. Shinto legend relates how Amaterasu retreated into a cave when her brother Susanoo began neglecting his divine role and creating mayhem. So important was Amaterasu's light that her disappearance plunged heaven and earth into disastrous darkness. Desperate for her to emerge, the deities created rituals to entice her out, including a mirror placed at the mouth of the cave. Amaterasu saw her shining light in the reflection and never hid herself away again. All right, something about a brother could be significant. You could have a brother, people in this pile. Some of you guys could be a little shy or hide away, but you are meant to stand out. It says you're an introspective soul with a deep and multi-layered inner life. You need time to process and reflect on life's events. Private space is vital for your well-being. It can feel safe and familiar to keep yourself closeted away, but Amaterasu is asking you to share more of your beautiful light and wisdom. You have a special energy that needs to be seen, so don't hide it. What do you fear might happen if you reveal your true spirit? Does it feel as if your energy may be somehow damaged or destroyed if it's brought out into the open? Or perhaps that you'll be hurt, judged, or misunderstood. Even if this has happened before, Amaterasu wants to restore your trust. She understands your fears about coming out of the dark cave and offers you her hand. Come out, shining one, she says. Remove your cloak so we can receive your inner light. You can be an important guide for others. It's safe and trustworthy out here, and you'll be met with love, respect, and gratitude for sharing what's inside your heart. All right, that's for somebody. The additional meanings of this card says share your feelings openly with someone. Some of y'all are meant to be talking to somebody. You'll soon gain wider or public recognition for your work. Yes. And then you have don't censor yourself to win others' approval. The invocation of this card says I reveal what's in my heart and it's received with love. That is for somebody. For some of you, people might actually be bothered by your success. You might end up having a lot of success, pile 3, and people will be triggered. Why? I don't know. Maybe, you know how some people just like to gatekeep? Some people might have liked you as a secret, or they didn't want to see you grow any further than what you had already grown, but it looks like that's your destiny. You also have King Neptune, sensitivity. You're a highly sensitive soul. Embrace your softness and vulnerability. It says King Neptune is guardian of an ancient spiritual world called Lemuria, a light-filled civilization connected to the Indian and Pacific Oceans with a pure, harmonious, and peaceful frequency. Lemurians were psychic sensitives with wide open heart chakras. The oceans carried intuitive codes that were transmitted through dolphins, whales, and merpeople. Crystal healing was part of daily life. King Neptune was a shapeshifter and merman who later became Poseidon in ancient Greece. His symbols are the trident, the horse, and the bull. He guides Lemurian lightworkers to fulfill their earthly missions. Drawing this card confirms that you already know you're incredibly sensitive to emotional and psychic energies. Most likely you've had to numb yourself to the harsh, closed-off consciousness of the modern world, as it doesn't understand or value the way you are. You may have previously lived in Lemuria and are now bringing crystalline qualities of empathy, heart chakra healing, and sensitivity to Earth. Your Lemurian soul is expert at reading emotions and taking the psychic temperature of any room. You sense every undercurrent, especially what's not being openly expressed. Being in crowds and highly stimulating environments can be challenging. You need beauty and art, romance, lyrical music, serenity, the ocean, nature, crystals, and animals, and people who are open to the spirit world. You like tenderness, softness, and gentleness, especially in relationships. If you've been numbing yourself with addictive substances, unhealthy relationships, or overworking, for example, ask King Neptune to help. Embracing vulnerability is a key lesson for you in this lifetime. You may unconsciously sabotage wonderful experiences and relationships because of an old fear of being emotionally exposed. King Neptune says it's safe to let others into your heart. Your sensitivity is a gift. Rather than shutting off your soft heart, make friends with your Lemurian light. All right? The additional meanings of this card says, you're a Lemurian light worker. Take steps to reconnect with your soul's experience in Lemuria. Connect with crystals for healing purposes and have an open-hearted conversation with someone. The invocation of this card says, my sensitivity is a spiritual gift. It's safe to be vulnerable. For somebody in this reading, I mean, I said it in another pile, but heavy on the some sort of conversation that needs to be had. I don't know who you want to talk to, pile 3. I don't know who wants to talk to you, but some of you guys are going to have an experience where somebody wants to talk to you or you want to talk to somebody, and it may be significant. Okay? I don't know if it's a love situation, if it's a work situation, or what's going on, but I'm getting some sort of vibe here of you having a conversation. And maybe needing to change your mindset around, I don't know, the past. Messages for pile 3. You have the only thing that is real is love. This is your love oracle. Shift your focus back to love. The only thing that is real is love. It says, shift your focus back to love. You may have been conditioned to dwell on problems. It is important to remember the true reality is love. Choose to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear when you affirm everything is okay when I choose love. There are many things you can do to shift into a more loving flow. Work at having healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself and others. Squash any negative inner dialogue and notice the positive aspects and people in your life. Be realistic about what is going on in your life. Yes, Only love is real, but there is sadness, depression, doubt, worry, and anger. This card is about finding balance in your life. So the challenging times are not overwhelming, and you are able to remember love is at the core of everything. Okay? Love is at the core of everything. That's what I'm saying. Whatever I've done, I did it for love. Somebody in here, somebody's like, I'm doing this for love. Somebody's going to do something because they love something, love someone. It doesn't seem negative. Messages for the collective in this reading. What's self-care? Self-care for you is connecting with your ancestors. This came out in another pile. Some of y'all need to connect with your ancestors at this time. Some of you also need to take a bath, a spiritual shower. You might need to cleanse your energy. Okay? Maybe some of you guys are receiving evil eye. You can tell that you are. You also need to meditate and make an altar. Yeah, some of y'all, you need to connect with your guides. You need to connect with your guides more than you have in the past. Maybe your guides are trying to tell you something about where you need to go or what you need to do. And it's like, you just aren't listening. But I'm getting like, it's time to listen. Okay. Messages for the collective in pile 3. These are your mantras to close out the reading. And then we're done. We're done. You have, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. That's right. Be authentic, pile 3. You have energy flows where my intention goes. You also had a card just fall out. It says, I choose to learn through love. And then bottom of the deck, it says, my fearless freedom lights up the world. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Some of you guys are meant to be a light for the world. Some of you guys are meant to be well known. You're meant to shine. That's what I said with Shine by Cleo Soul. Shine by Cleo Soul, though, is her wanting to get close to somebody. She says, I want to get so close to you. Somebody may want to get close to you. People in this reading. Maybe there is a love connection or someone that you're meant to be connecting with. So that could be significant. Others of you, I'm just getting like, you just need to shine your light because people will like you. People will want to get close to you. People will support you even if other people don't. All right. So that's all that I have in this pile. If you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance.